I don't have any life outside of work. I love going to concerts. I love watching sports when there are cute guys involved. That's the only reason why you see me watching football or basketball, to be honest. Hidden talent, people tell me I have a nice voice that I can sing. So, I don't know. My name is Kinam, and I'm originally from Ghana. I came to Norway when I was 2 years old, and I was actually born in Togo because of the war that was going on in Ghana at that time. So my parents had to escape to Togo. So I was actually born there, and we stayed there for some months, and then we went back to Ghana, and then we came to Norway. I'm from a small village called Bukberg, so it's far, far north in Ghana. So I came when I was 2, so I don't really remember that much. 1985, when my parents first came, we lived in Tøyen, and then they bought a house at Lindeberg. So that's where I grew up, and I went to school and everything. Schooling around that time was very safe, I would say, compared to today. Very safe, and I had really good experience growing up. I had lots of friends. When I finished 10. klasse, I went to kokkeskole, culinary school. So I went to 2 different schools, Oslo Kokk- og Stuertskole, and the other one at Sogn videregående skole. And I also studied 4 months in France. I got married at a very young age, at the age of 18. I have 3 children. I had my first one when I was 20, and he's now 19. My daughter, she's 16, and my youngest one is 11 years old. Yeah, I'm a single mother. The African Food Festival Norway, I started it in 2018, but actually 2017, and I will explain how. I wanted to create an award show in 2017. So when I was looking for a venue to host the event, one of the criteria I had was to be able to make African cuisine to serve all the guests that were coming. And I noticed that that was a very big challenge because none of the places would agree to that. And I was never able to do the event. Out of frustration, I just decided to create an event where I can celebrate my cuisine. So that's how the African Food Festival Norway was birthed. It was birthed through that first initial event that I was trying to create. Why not create a platform where people can come and I can share my food, the food that I grew up with. And also when I were looking around in Oslo, I noticed that there aren't really many places where you can go to and eat West African food or even African food. So that's why I decided to create a solution to that problem. So the first year, I think I had about 400 or 500 guests coming in, which was even a big surprise. I was honestly expecting just family and friends that I told about. Yeah, just word of mouth and social media. So they are the ones who actually call me. The whole idea is to try to get as many African countries represented and Caribbean countries too. Everyone is welcome as long as it's an African country or African cuisine. As long as you can make African food to represent your country, then you're more than welcome. So the whole process is just to contact me, and then I will send you the registration form. For some of the vendors that I don't know of, I have to try their food first. If I get the time, I will ask them to make a sample of the menu, and then I will test it before I actually allow them to sell food on my festival. One of the reputations I want my festivals to have is that people will walk away saying that the food is amazing. I have to make sure that their standard is up to the standards that I have for my festival. Some of my vendors, they earn 20,000 plus, 16,000 plus. They pay a small fee. Some even earn that amount within 2 hours. So it's nothing compared to what they actually earn. The first day, the name was actually Jollof Festival. So it was all about that one dish. Everybody who came to taste different types of jollof rice. So I think I had 5: Congo, Senegal, Gambia, Ghana, and Nigeria. That's how I started, with one dish. Yeah, and people loved it and came to just try and taste different types of jollof rice. The vision grew. I didn't want it to be all about just one dish. Africa has like over 50 countries and we have so much history behind our dishes, and I really wanted to showcase that. The stories behind the fufu, wache, our soups, and also just give Norwegians something different to taste and to showcase the variety of our dishes. That's actually what I wanted to showcase. 2018, I had about 5. 2019, I had 16. And then last year, I had 20. This year, I was supposed to have almost 25, but because of all the things that happened, I had to reduce it. God definitely helped me. It's about creating a solution to a problem in our community. One of the problems is that African food is not accessible. You don't find it anywhere. We have like 2, 3 African restaurants. So it's about creating a solution to a problem that I saw in our community and in the country. Finding ways of solving the problem or like making the festival bigger and better each year is what actually inspires me and pulls me to do better. I remember when I started this food thing, people were saying that, you know, our people, they will not help you. Our people, they'll prefer eating food at home. You know how our people talk. And so that really shocked me, the amount of support from the African community. That really surprised me. The future of it is to grow it, scale it up, to be the biggest African food festival in the entire Scandinavia. That's the vision. I might do like a tour, like take the festival to like Sweden, Denmark, and also different cities in Norway. I get like so many messages, people asking me if I can host it in Trondheim, Stavanger, Bergen. But I need like money to be able to pull that off, and I also need like a proper team. It's definitely in my plans. I really want to do that, but then I need to do the foundational work first. I'm not really thinking about Europe. It's all the Scandinavian countries that I'm trying to like conquer. It's definitely growing. People are hearing about it. I have people flying in from Sweden, Denmark each year, but I feel like I haven't really conquered the entire Scandinavia, so I'm on my way there. I want it to be like whenever you're planning your summer vacation, like you put my festival in the calendar to make sure that you don't miss it. And I feel like I haven't reached that level yet, but I'm getting there. I do everything on my own, and people always get shocked when they hear it. I have maybe 1 or 2 people helping me like some few days to the festival, but everything is actually God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, and me. Like, that's the honest truth. I'm not even playing. But I see that I need people. So I'm actually looking for people to join my team. It's so stressful to do everything on my own. And I really want to focus on being like the creative part of the festival. That's where I want to focus on. Delegate some of the other boring stuff to other people. It's not boring, but it has to be done. So I'm looking for people to join my team that can help me take the festival to a higher level and do things properly. All these years I've been doing the festival, I haven't gotten any support or financial help from any government or anything. It's not that I don't want to, because I definitely need the money. The vendors, they have to pay a fee, and I use that money to do the festival. It has never been enough. I feel like I've only remained at a certain level because I can't really do what I really want to do because I don't have the money. And which is why I also need a proper team so that they can help me with like applying for funds so I can scale up my business. So what I normally do is that some of the places that allow me to have the festival, they give it to me for free or at a very low price. So that's how I've been running the festival. I was told 4,008, 5,000 thereabout, with everyone coming in and out and people waiting in line around that amount, 4,000 or 5,000. My host, she was the one who saw it, and then she tried to pull me to come outside to see it, and I was like, I didn't believe her. I thought she was joking. I was like, no, I'm busy, I can't. And then she tried to pull me the second time. She was like, Kinam, you have to see the line. And then I went outside and I was like, yo, are these people waiting to come into something I created? I really felt God telling me that I've called you to do this and this is what I want you to do and you're doing a great job. So I was for the first time proud of myself for doing something like that. Different types of people, different types of age groups, different types of backgrounds. I have like the typical Norwegian lady that lives in Vestkanten to the people living in Østkanten, Stovner to Holmenkollen. It's so fun to see the different type of people that are there, and everyone comes because they want to try African cuisine. That's the beauty of it. And what I love to see is that the younger generation are also like coming there. People from like 13, 14 up to like 20. You would think that they have better things to do than to come to a festival, but they actually enjoy themselves and eating good food and just learning new things about their culture too. So that's fun. So I'm a Christian, so I have to mention God in everything. So the number one thing is to actually ask God what He wants you to do, and ask God to show you like the talents and the potential He has hidden inside of you, and work on your confidence. Believe in yourself and believe in the dream that you have. That's why I started late. Is because I never thought that nobody would come to the festival actually. I was thinking that we have so many Africans here, but everyone knows how to make jollof rice or rice and stew, so why would they come to any event which is about African food? So the number one thing is like believe in yourself, believe in the dream that God has given you. Do the foundational work. Don't be too eager to share your idea, but do the foundational work. Work on your vision, work on finding the right people to join your team. Work on your why. Why do I want to start this? No, is this business something that people will be attracted to? How can my business bring value and make a change and impact? I feel like if you use time to work on that, instead of just being eager to launch it, I think you'll go further and it will be more sustainable. The foundation of my festival is the focus is food. So I never want to like divert from that and focus too much on the music. I don't want you to be at my festival and feel like you are at a different festival like Afro Nation, you understand? And so the food is really the foundation of my festival. So I don't want to divert from that. But I'm also very interested in native dance, and that I have been able to incorporate that into the festival. And whenever I do that, people really love it. And I feel like that's what differentiates my festival from other Afro events here in Oslo. If I'm bringing in artists, there have to be something peculiar and unique about them. I'm not about mainstream or the most popular person. Can you bring value to my festival? Can you add something unique? So I'm really looking for like the underground, undiscovered artists. That's really the vibe that I'm looking for. If I get the funds, maybe I might do like a tour in Bergen or something, but it all depends on if I get money. Senegal and Gambia, Ghana, Nigeria, every other country. I heard a lot of good things about the Liberian jollof rice, which is one of the things I want for next year, is Liberians to show their cuisine at my festival. I had Liberia once, and they were very popular. So I want them to be part of it every single year because your cuisine is amazing, especially the cassava leaf stew. That stew is amazing. I really love it. But honestly, when it comes to jollof rice, it all depends on the person making it. I've tasted very bad Ghanaian jollof rice, and I've tasted very bad Nigerian jollof rice. Whenever I go to different Nigerian or West African parties, and they serve food there, and 7 out of 10 times I've eaten good jollof rice, it's always from Ghana. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If people want to like be a vendor, they can find me on social media. My social media handle is African Food Festival Norway, the same name on Facebook. And I also have an email address with the same name where people can contact me.